Yun, okay na. Baka mapoto po. Okay.
Sir James, we are live.
Ganito tayo dati. Sa lupang tinitirahan, tayo ay walang karapatan. Palaging may kaba, puno ng pag-aalala. Kaunting ulat bagyo'y tayo ay di na mapakali. Dahil rumaragas ang bahay, tatangayin ka anumang sandali. Namuhay sa pamayanang ito simulat sa pulpaman, ngunit ito'y tahanang minsan na din nating iniwan. Ganito tayo dati, tuwing mapapaalis, munting kabuhay ay kailangang iwan. Pag-aaral ng mga anak, matitigil panandalian. Sa malayo, tayo'y muling makikipagsapalaran. Paulit-ulit na simula ng bagong walang kasiguraduhan. Ganito ang buhay dati. Matugunan ang pangangailangan, sa atin ay sapat na. Madalas walang pagpaplano ni wastong paggasta. Minsan ding umuwi ang bunso na mugto ang mga mata. Dahil sa eskwela, tuksoy squatter daw siya. Kaya tayo ay nangarap para sa ating pamilya. Maayos na bahay, sariling lupa na ating maipamamana.
Nanay Leti, kayo na po!
Ngayon, ito na ang ating buhay. Kaagapay ang samahan. Aming pinag-iipunan, sarili na naming tahanan. Ang budget sa isang buwan, amortization agad naming nilalaanan. Pagbabago ng buhay, nooy panaginip lamang. Natuto na ang huli ay hindi kailangang puro pagsisisi. Mag-ipon ka. Monthly amortization iyong pagsikapan upang makamit mo ang pangarap na matagal mo nang inaasa.
Walang katapusan. Sabi nila iba na raw ang bayan ko. Meron na raw presyo ang bawat tao. Subalit ako'y patuloy nagtiwala. Ito ang aming mukha. Ito ang aming mukha. Ako ang tunay na Mariveles, malinis, matalino, masipag, matatag. Ako ang tunay na Mariveles, edukado at payapa. sa Diyos na lumikha. Ako ang tunay na Mariveles, ang madilim na kahapon di ko na babalikan. Saksihan ng mga pagbabago, hindi ko na kilala ang bayan ko. Balik ng takot at kalatang sa mata ng tao, iwan ang pag-ibig. Sabi nila iba na raw ang bayan ko, meron na raw presyo ang bawat tao. Subalit ako'y patuloy nagtiwala, ito ang aming mukha, ito ang aming mukha. Ako ang tunay na Mariveles, malinis, matalino, masipag, matatag. Ako ang tunay na Mariveles, edukado at payapa, tumitindig sa tama. Ako ang tunay na Mariveles, nagmamahal sa kapwa at sa Diyos na lumikha. Ako ang tunay na Mariveles, ang madilim na kahapon di ko na babalikan.
Samahan niyo po ako na iguhit ang tunay at bagong mukha ng Mariveles. Ako po si Mayor Jocelyn P. Castañeda. Ako ang Mariveles.
Ako ang tunay na Mariveles, may pag-ibig sa kalikasan at sa aking nabukasan.
Salamat, Panginoon.
Ako ang tunay na
Siguro po wala po po ako sa mundong ibabaw nito.
masasalapin ang aking karangalan. Ako ang tunay na Mariveles, ang kalayaan tinala, hanggang sa mataya. Ako ang tunay na Mariveles, ang madilim na kahapon di ko na
Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat mga ka-SHFC. Ako si Arian Rojas ng Partner Relations Division ng Social Housing Finance Corporation. And we are back. And we'd like to welcome all of you into this virtual signing ceremony, where we will showcase another opportunity of building stronger partnership with the local government. We are about to witness another proof that local governments are undeniably our kaagapay. This MOU signing with SHFC and LGU Mariveles is the beginning of a great opportunity that will soon change the lives of the homeless and underprivileged that will in the communities of Mariveles. And this live broadcast is strong proof that no pandemic, no distance, and no challenges will stop us from achieving our mission. Before we begin, may I call in Mr. Jonathan Sibalon, LGU's Administrative Officer, to lead us with an opening prayer, followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem.
May we all stand for the prayer. AVP lang. Ikaw na. Merong AVP na. Wala. Sila ang mag-control natin yan. Ito control yan. Sabi ko eh. Sila po yun.
Kasi dito, tayo national anthem, ABP, LGU Mariveles.
Yung national anthem kanila siguro.
Ay, sir, ako na.
Let's all bow down our heads and pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you, Lord God, for this day. Thank you for the strength that you have given each and every one of us. You have allowed us to walk into this room safe. Father God, we ask for your guidance. We ask for your knowledge. We ask for your wisdom. And we ask that you bless each and every one of us with a kind heart this morning, with a resolve to grant a final solution to the problems that beset our informal settlers here in Mariveles. Panginoon naming Diyos, nananalangin kami ay iyong kasiyahan sa umagang ito at kami ay iyong samahan. At huwag kaming pabayaan sa aming pakikipaglaban para sa karapatan at kapakanan ng mamamayan ng bayan ng Mariveles. Ito, Panginoon, ang aming dalangin sa iyo sa matamis at dakilang pangalan ng aming kaisa-isang Diyos, Hari at Tagapagligtas, ang iyong anak na si Jesus. Amen.
Thank you very much. You may all take your seats. I am so pleased to be a part of this momentous event, as this is another step of helping homeless communities and achieve their long-term goal of having a house that they can call their own. But before we proceed to the much-awaited part of our program, let me introduce to you first my colleagues who are present today in this ceremony. Ms. Jennifer Escal, the Manager of the Partner Relations Division, Mr. Prandi Vergara, Manager of SHFC Pampanga, Bataan, Zambales Operations, Attorney Ann Margaret Vista, Vice President for Central Luzon Operations, representatives from the Office of the President, Strategic Communications, and of course, our dear SHFC President, Attorney Arnolfo Ricardo Bitabli. We'd also like to acknowledge the presence of the officers and staff members of the municipal government of Mariveles, the members of the Municipal Local Housing Board, Honorable Councilor Harry F. Golokan, Chairman for Housing and Land Use, Mr. Angel Peliglorio Jr., their Municipal Administrator, the Sangguniang Bayan members headed by Vice Mayor Angelito Rubia, and of course, magandang umaga po, Mayor Jocelyn Castañeda. I'd like to also acknowledge the presence of the members of the communities who will truly benefit from this partnership. And lastly, sa mga kaibigan at samahan namin sa sektor ng pabahay na walang sawang sumusuporta sa atin at nakatutok sa ating live streaming, nakasalukuyang napapanood sa Zoom video conference app at official Facebook page ng SHFC at LGU Mariveles. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat at maraming pong salamat sa patuloy niyo pong pagsuporta sa amin. So, without further ado, hindi na po natin patatagalin to introduce one of the strongest foundations of SHFC, and to give his opening remarks, I'd like to call in Ms. Maria Kimberly Velasco of the Partner Relations Division to introduce to us our dear SHFC President.
Thank you, Ms. Aryan. Good morning, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Maria Kimberly Velasco of Partner Relations Division of SHFC. I am so excited to be part of this momentum event, the online signing of Memorandum of Understanding between Social Housing Finance Corporation and Municipal Government of Mariveles, Bataan. It is an honor and privilege to introduce to you the father of our agency. The incumbent SHFC President has the same heart of your local officers, a heart of compassion and determination to serve. He was a Davao City Councilor for 9 years and also become a barangay chairman for another 3 years. A lawyer by profession, but indeed a public servant at heart. He was appointed by Rodrigo Duterte to head SHFC in 2017 because of his extensive background in housing. He has been an advocate of giving the local government an opportunity to maximize its power, particularly in playing their very important role of facilitating socialized housing for the underprivileged. When he assumed leadership of SHFC, he championed for the forging of strong partnership of LGU for the provision of affordable, resilient, and sustainable shelter solution. And this MOU signing is a product of this commitment to building synergies with LGU. Without further ado, I present to you Attorney Arnolfo Ricardo Carbling, the President of Social Housing Finance Corporation.
Kaagapay ng komunidad sa maginhawang pamumuhay.
Maraming salamat. Magandang umaga. Good morning po kay Mayor Jocelyn Castañeda. Mayor, we are very happy to be with you, although through Zoom lang muna as of this time, but we hope to meet you in person very soon. Vice Mayor Angelito Rubia, good morning. Municipal Administrator Angel Peliglorio Jr., our Chairman of the Committee on Housing and Land Use, Honorable Harry F. Dulocan, and our legal consultant, Attorney Jose Michael P. Operario. Sa akin pong makasama sa SHFC, ang ating pong Vice President for Central Luzon, si Attorney Margaret Vista, ang ating pong manager sa Pampanga to Bataan area, si Mr. Pandy Vergara, Ma'am Arian of the Partners Relations, makasama po natin sa Partners Relation Group, sa Stratcom at sa OP, Office of the President, at sa Systems Coordination. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. We are very happy to be with you this morning, although through Zoom lang po because of the pandemic. Wala ko sana pandemic, we could have met in person. But since we have this limitation right now, so we have to continue working. Because isa po sa posibleng solusyon ng ating inaharap na pandemic ay ang pag-provide po ng shelter sa mga homeless. Because no matter how much we tell them, stay at home, if they don't have the house where they could build and call a home, they will stay outside. At yun po, hindi natin makontain yung pagkalat po ng COVID-19. So, despite the pandemic, we're happy that you're with us, working hard to provide our underprivileged fellow Filipinos, to have their own shelter they can call their own. So, bakit po mahalaga para sa amin itong pagpipirmahan ng MOU? Una po kasi, social housing is just a financing institution. Nagpapahiram lang kami ng pera sa programang pamahay. So para po maging successful yung programa, sinasabi po sa aming mandato, we should do it in close coordination with the local government concerned, no? So, bakit kailangan yung participation and collaboration sa local government? Kung ating pong balikan ang local government code, nakasaad po doon na isa po sa mandato ng local government ang pag-provide ng resettlement sa kanilang mga constituents. Kami po ay andito upang sumuporta sa mandatong yan. Dahil ang mandato rin po namin ay to provide shelter financing to low-income bracket families belonging to both formal and informal communities. But they should be in organized association. So hindi kami tumutulong sa individual. Isang grupo, organisado at rehistrado bilang asosasyon po ang aming pinapahiram at tinutulungan. Pangalawa po, bakit mahalaga ang aming partnership with the local government? Sinabi ho ng Urban Development and Housing Act of 1992, yung UDHA po na sinasabi nila, ang local government po should come up with inventory listing, should come up with census tagging, should undertake census tagging of its informal communities, which should be the priority for a settlement program. At sinasabi po sa batas na yon, dapat i-prioritize talaga ng local government, una sa lahat, those in danger zone. Second po, those affected by government projects. And third po, those with court-ordered demolition. At sinasabi din po sa ating batas, sa local government, which is the Bible for local governments, the local government should come up with comprehensive land use plan. So therefore, it is the local government that knows better where are the best areas suitable for resettlement. Ang local government po dapat ang magplano in advance. Saan ba ang dapat na resettlement? Saan ba dapat housing sa locality ninyo? Para po maging tugma sa inyong land use plan ang magiging plano ninyo na pabahay at yung magiging proyektong aming pupunduhan. So kailangan po talaga ang ating very, very close collaboration. At na-require din po sa batas na you should come up with yung shelter plan. So yung shelter plan ninyo dapat nakalakip doon, naka-integrate doon, sino yung mga priority beneficiaries ninyo, saan ang mga resettlement sites ninyo, at paano nyo i-address ang problema po ng homelessness sa inyong lugar. So ganoon po kahalaga ang role ng local government. Kaya po, nagkikiusap kami sa inyo, andito kami ngayon, magpagpirmahan kami ng MOU, magtulungan tayo. We are willing and ready to help you. But it is sad to note, many local governments, as we go around the country, they still don't give importance or priority to shelter as a social service. Some even take it as an economic enterprise. Pahiram sila ng pera, gagawa sa resettlement, magkukolekta sila. Kasi sabi namin, just help us. We will finance and we will do the collection. Kasi nga kami ang financing. You extend shelter as part of your social service to your constituents. Ganun po yung ating magiging partnership at sa ating pagtutulungan. Now, ano naman po yung SHFC? Na biglang pupunta dito sa inyo, makipag-partner sa inyo. Sino ba kami? Kami po ay isa sa mga ahensya ng pamahalaan na tumutugon sa problema ng pabahay. Andiyan po ang Department of Human Settlements and Urban Development, the DSUD, na pinamumunuhan po ng ating Secretary, si Secretary Eduardo de Rosario, General de Rosario. At sa ilalim po niyan, may 4 po na ahensya. Andiyan yung pag-ibig. Kami po lahat, government corporation. Andiyan yung pag-ibig. Ano yung pag-ibig? It's a private effort. Diba? Yung mga empleyado, regular employees, members sa pag-ibig, they contribute. At yung contribution nila pinapahiram para sa pabahay ng ating mga nangangailangan ng pabahay. It's purely private effort, private money, yet it's a government entity. It's regulated by government. It is considered a government corporation. It is being supervised. It is being audited as a government corporation. Although the money comes from the private members. Ang gumagawa po ng pabahay, mga developers. Dahil pribado po, kailangan kikita. Ganun naman talaga yung mga negosyong pribado. So kulang pa po ang effort ng pribado. So sinabi ng government, so the government should also have its own effort, its own initiative. So andyan po yung NHA, National Housing Authority. Ano yung National Housing Authority? It is massive production of shelter. Para kung may nangangailangan, punta sa NHA, may available units na pwede mag-avail. May nasalanta ng bagyo or nabahaan, kailangan ng pabahay, o naging biktima ng siege o ng giyera tulad sa Marawi, saan yung pinakamalapit na resettlement ng NHA, pwede pong i-accommodate doon yung mga nangangailangan. Andiyan ang pag-ibig private effort, andiyan ang NHA government effort. Ang laki po ng problema ng pabahay hanggang ngayon. There are about 6 million Filipinos na nangangailangan po ng pabahay. At ito ay increasing by 90,000 to 100,000 per year. So kailangan po nating habulin, kailangan po nating i-address ang problema ito. So sabi ng ating pamahalaan, let there be SHFC, Social Housing Finance Corporation, to manage the so-called Community Mortgage Program. Ano po yung Community Mortgage Program? It is an effort to provide shelter to the homeless through the collective collaboration of all members of the community. Kung hindi kaya ng pribadong sektor na pamahalaan, siguro panahon na ang komunidad mismo, ang mga nangangailangan ng pabahay, magkaisa, magtulungan para ma-address po ang suliranin natin sa pabahay. So dito po kami sa inyo para makipag-isa, magtulungan, lutasin ang problema. Sino po mga members ng community? National government, local government, yung mga beneficiaries natin, whom we call home partners, yung simbahan, yung akademiya, ganun po, at saka yung mga civil society natin, mga NGOs, magtulungan, magkaisa para malutas ang pabahay. Kung may pagtutulungan, pagkakaisa, yun po ang paraan na mapababa natin ang halaga ng pabahay. Anong ibig sabihin? Kung sabihin ng local government, meron kaming lupa, bayaran nyo na lang para makabili kami ng bagong lupa. Mura lang bili namin ito noon. Pabayaran namin sa inyo, i-refinance ng kaunti. Meron kaming Department of Engineering. May mga equipments kami na mag-road opening para hindi na maghiram ng malaking pera for site development yung mga beneficiaries. Meron kaming city housing. Matulungan kayong kumuha ng economic and social profile ng mga beneficiaries natin. So kahit anong paraan po na pagtutulungan, yun po ang aming kailangan. Kaya po kami naririto. Bakit po? Sinasabi po kasi ng social housing, we address the problem through fair shelter solution. Ano yung fair? Flexible. We can be very flexible to the needs of the locality. And we want to make housing affordable. At sa paraan po ng pagkakaisa at pagtutulungan, mapababa natin ang cost ng pabahay para ma-address natin at ma-afford ng mga constituents natin. Kaya po, flexible and affordable. And we want to make it inclusive. Kaya nga po, sinasabi namin sa local government, saan ang resettlement site ninyo? Ano ang plano ninyo sa resettlement site ninyo? Kailangan nyo ba ng financing? Yes, pero sana hahaluin namin yung mga beneficiaries. Kasi naman ang social housing, may 6% interest taon-taon. Baka mahirapan na kami beneficiaries. But again, we want to be inclusive. So anong ibig sabihin namin? Yung maka-afford po, belonging to the formal sector, we impose a 6% interest per year. Pero sa pagkuha natin ng social economic profile, kung sa tingin natin medyo hindi walang kakayahan, we can reduce it to 4.5. Subalit po, kung talagang sa tingin natin na mahihirap talaga na nakatira sa riverside, nakatira sa coastal community, at kailangan natin ilikas kasi danger areas po yung kanilang tinitirahan, is the lowest in the industry ever po. Social housing offers 2% annual interest on a graduated scheme. Meaning, interest na muna bayaran nyo ngayong taon na ito until 5 or 10th year, then saka natin pag-usapan yung magiging amortization nyo to include principal and interest later. So we could be that flexible, we are that inclusive, and we want to be responsive. So we say, we offer fair shelter solution. Kailangan na po namin ang tulong ninyo para mapatupad namin ang ating programa. So yun po ang social housing. Ano naman yung National Home Mortgage Finance Corporation na pang-apat na ahensya, secondary mortgage po yun. Ibig sabihin, kung kulang ang pera ng SHFC, ng NHA, they will arrange po for our bonds and for our securities, for our portfolio na mabenta sa merkado at we will just redeem the bonds years later para tuloy-tuloy po yung pera ng pabahay sa pamahalaan. And social housing now, under the administration of President Rodrigo Duterte, is really trying to decentralize. So mahatid po namin ang serbisyo doon sa taong bayan. Kaya po we have our new Vice President for Central Luzon, si Attorney Garrett Vista, and we have our manager, si Mr. Prandi Vergara, who will be working closely with you. So we just ask you po, submit your proposal, talk with our manager and our Vice President, and we will see paano tayo magtutulungan. Again, we could be very flexible. Some local governments, sinasabi na sa amin, sir, meron kaming lupa, pero ayaw namin ibenta. Ipagamit lang namin for 100 years. Tagal naman ng 100 years. Ano mangyari after 100 years? Wala na tayo. Ang next generation na lang mag-isip niyan. Subalit po, mahalaga, tulad ng Singapore model, hindi kami pwede magbenta ng lupa. Use of frac lang. Kasi malit ang Singapore, maubusan kami ng lupa. Kung 4 stories kayo ng ating medium rise housing, after 50 years, dilapidated na, sirain natin, ilipat natin sa temporary shelter yung iba, nakatira, ibalik natin sila dahil tatayo tayo ng 15 stories. After another 50 years, sirain natin, tatayo tayo ng 30 stories. What is important is, pag-aari pa rin ng local government yung lupa. Yun ang sinasabi ng Singapore. But sa Pilipinas, medyo malawak pa yung lupa, nasa local government po yung proposal. Ano ang plano nyo sa inyong land use plan? Anong development plan nyo? Will it be horizontal? Will it be vertical? We are open to that po. Ang mahalaga po, tulungan nyo lang kaming i-change yung mindset ng ating beneficiaries na matanggap nila yung vertical. Kasi hindi pa uso sa Pilipinas yung vertical. But although in Manila, Metro Manila, we do vertical housing dahil po sa scarcity po ng supply ng lupa. So hopefully po dito sa Bataan, we can come up with a resettlement for your informal settlers living in the danger zones or those affected by government project. We could come up with a housing project for formal sectors of government workers, for teachers, for national government workers, or sectoral, yung mga market vendors, or tricycle drivers, or jeepney drivers, whatever. Nasa inyo po, hihintayin po namin ang inyong proposal para sa Social Housing Finance Corporation. Andito po kami, nasabi po namin, kaagapay ninyo po sa maginhawang pabahay, maginhawang buhay sa mga komunidad na atin pong itatayo. That's why social housing is saying, we don't build the shelter. Let's help build sustainable communities. So yun po ang approach ng social housing. At tatlong mahalagang elemento po ng aming programa is that it leads towards ownership. Yung aming pabahay po, kung maaari sana hindi rental, but leading towards ownership. It could be individual ownership, in the concept of ownership. Pwede pong condominium ownership, kung vertical tayo. Whatever form po, it could be duplex, or it could be double up, na 2 stories, yung sa baba, ang mga magulang, yung sa anak, mga anak na married na, pwede yung ganong klaseng ownership, co-ownership. At sinasabi rin namin, ang mahalaga po sa amin, hindi yung ito open market. Anong ibig sabihin? Yung sa pag-ibig siya sa NHA, individual mo kayo manghiram. May bibiling kayong bahay sa pag-ibig. Punta ka sa subdivision, ipipinas kayo ng pag-ibig. Yung mga kapitbahay nyo po, hindi nyo kilala. Sa amin po, first element, the concept of ownership, at pangalawang elemento po, with sense of neighborhood. Kasi po, dapat may communality at may homogeneity. Pareho kayo nang galing sa riverbanks or sa coastal community. Pareha kayong mga teachers or pareha kayong mga drivers. So may sense of neighborhood. Lalo na yung galing sa isang lugar. Pareha kayong nasa riverbanks. Ililikas kayo sa mas safer grounds. Kapitbahay nyo na matagal ng panahon, ilang taon. Sabay kayong lumaki. Di ba? So paglipat nyo, andyan yung sense of neighborhood. If you have the sense of neighborhood po, madali natin itap yung bayanihan spirit. Kasi po, next to your family is your neighbor. If you buy a housing in a subdivision project, mahihiya kang magkatok sa kapitbahay mo para manghiram ng asin. Or humingi ng bigas, yung nakabigas, babayaran mo bukas. Subalit po sa aming mga proyekto, dahil may sense of neighborhood, andyan po ang pagtutulungan. Pwede mo, kapitbahay, Mare, pahiram mo na ng bigas, wala kami lulutuin ngayon. So sa ganung paraan po, madaling itap ang bayanihan spirit. So, my own sense of ownership. So proud sila. They will protect the project. They will help implement the project because it's for them. My sense of neighborhood, nagtutulungan sila. In that way po, we can always ignite the spirit of community solidarity, which is in Tagalog, in our culture, is the bayanihan spirit of the Filipino people. So that way po, mapababa ang halaga ng pabahay. Bakit? Next weekend, bayanihan tayo. Ayusin natin yung ating kanal. Next weekend, hingi tayo kay Mayor ng Sun and Gravel para tayo na lang dala tayo ng pala, tayo na magkalat at itamper natin para hindi putik yung ating daan. Kasi makadam road lang muna natin gagawin. Wala na pong cost for site development. Na-reduce na po natin. So yun po. Besides, we cater to group, community organizations, but three important elements. There's concept of ownership, sense of neighborhood, and spirit of community solidarity. And that is our community mortgage program, which SHFC offers with you. And the spirit of community involves all community members, including the national government and the local government. So we hope this will be the start of a very strong partnership. And we hope to see a homeless-free Mariveles in the years to come. Magandang umaga po at maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you very much, Attorney Kapling. For LGU naman, we will make sure that we will live up to our vision of providing the communities of the municipality of Mariveles a fair shelter solution. Yan po ang flexible, affordable, inclusive, and responsive shelter solution. So makikita po natin yan in the very, very near future. So with the help of Attorney Garrett and Manager Frankie, sana po matupad na po ang mga pangarap ng komunidad sa Mariveles. Alright, so upang ipakilala naman ang ina ng bayan ng Mariveles, I'd like to call in Mr. Jonathan Sibalon, representative from the Administrative Office, to introduce our next speaker. Sir Jonathan.
Wonderful Tuesday morning. Because this day is another milestone of my administration, of my reign as a mayor of this town. We call this a payback day, wherein during the time we have promised our people to support us and we will give them the best of everything. That was our promises during the campaign. But now, it's not just a promise, but it is a fulfillment of those promises. The very reason why we are here today, or why we have this program, is because Mariveles, or as an LGU, our goal is in line with also with the missions of the SHFC or the SHFC. And that is to empower and uplift the living conditions of our underprivileged communities by building adequate, livable, affordable, and inclusive Filipino communities through provisions of flexible, affordable, innovative, and responsive responsive communities through provisions of flexible CMP, or the amortization program of the government. Mariveles, being a progressive town, things that need to be accomplished, like for example, provide them shelter, wherein the people of Mariveles deserve, considering the fact that we have the APAB, the Authority of Port of Bataan, which provide jobs for the people, but providing jobs is not the only the role of the LGU, but also to provide them shelter. That is why we are lucky that today is the signing of the MOU with your company. And like what Atty. Kabiling had mentioned, that you are here for us to be able to avail all the benefits that we may avail from your company. So we are very grateful. Thank you for this great opportunity. Tama po ang sinasabi po ng aming mga kababayan na sa Mariveles po, masaya po dito. Dahil po, ang bayan po ng Mariveles ay maraming mga trabaho. Subalit, sa karamihan po ng trabaho, nakalimutan na po yung pong pabahay na dapat lang po na may pagkalaw sa aming mga kababayan. Kaya po, sa pagbabagitan po nitong SHFC, naniniwala po kami na malaking tulong ang maibibigay po nito upang patupad po namin yung aming mga pangako sa aming mga kababayan, na mapagkalooban po sila, magkaroon sila ng kapanatagan sa mga lupang kinatitirikan ng kanilang mga tahanan. Kaya naman po ay magkaroon sila ng tahanan kung saan po maayos nilang mapapalaki ang kanilang mga anak. Kaya po, maraming salamat sa pagkakataon ito kay Atty. Kabiling sa mga pinaliwanag niya. Alam ko po na nandito kami, kasama po ang mga president ng mga associations, neighborhood associations, ng iba't ibang barangay upang mabigyan sila ng opportunity oportunidad na mapasa kanila po ang mga lupang kinatitirikan ng kanilang mga tahanan, o kaya naman po ay magkaroon ng maayos o decenteng tahanan. Kaya po, nagpapasalamat po kami sa SHFC. Nandito po ang aming mga kasamahan, ang aming Municipal Administrative Consultant sa Atty. Mike. Nandito rin po ang aming Municipal Consultant ng aming Local Housing Board, si Ma'am Lourdes Vilestrino. Nandito rin po ang ating Chairman on Land Use, si Konsehal Harry Golocan. At ang lahat po ng aming mga staff ng Local Housing Board. Kasama ang aming Municipal Administrator, si Angel Piligore Jr. Nandito rin po ang mga presidente po ng mga Homeowners Association, na sila Mr. Eliseo Pineda, Ms. Janet Anchiete, Mr. Noel Rhea, Ma'am, at ang aming mga iba pang mga consultants, Alfredo Gaviola Jr., at ang aming news correspondents at Net25, si Larry Biscocho, upang i-witness po namin lahat sa pamagitan po ninyo ang katuparan po ng isang pangako. Natutuparin po sa araw na ito sa pamamagitan ng SHFC. Kaya po, sa lahat po na nandito, welcome po. At tinatanggap po namin ang MOA. Mag-umpisa pala ng mga pangarap po ng aming mga kababayan. Napakalaking bagay po na ito po ay mga isa sa katuparan sa pamamagitan ng aming munisipyo o ng administrasyon o ng kasalukuyang administrasyon. Napakalaking karangalan po nito. Napapagkalooban ng kapayapaan ng aming mga kababayan at pagkaroon na sila ng kasugaluhan sa kanilang mga lupang kinatitirikan ng kanilang mga bahay o magkaroon na ng sariling tahanan na talagang masasabi po nilang talagang po sa kanila. Kaya po, sa lahat po na nandito, ito po ay napakahalagang araw para sa ating lahat. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming pong salamat, Mayor Castañeda. Your speech will serve as a beautiful reminder to all of us that what we do is truly essential and needs to be embraced because of the support we always get from chief executives like you. Maraming pong salamat at makakaasa po kayo na hindi po namin kayo iiwanan sa journey ng pagbibigay ng mas maganda o better lives para sa ating mga community dyan po sa jurisdiction ninyo. And now, it's time to proceed to the much-awaited highlight of the day, of this event, the signing ceremony. So while our dear SHFC President, Attorney Cabling, Honorable Mayor Castañeda, and their respective witnesses, Vice President Attorney Ann Margaret Vista, Mr. Prandy Vergara, Attorney Jose Michael Operario, Mr. Angel Peliglorio, Jr., Honorable Councilor Harry Golocan are signing the Memorandum of Understanding between SHFC and the Municipal Government of Mariveles, Mr. Jonathan Sibalon of LGU Mariveles, and Mr.
Good morning po. In part, though this memorandum of understanding, the municipal government is to act as CMP partner of SHFC and implement the latter social housing programs in the municipality of Mariveles, Bayan, such as but not limited to CMP and its modalities, including LGU initiated vertical housing, turnkey industrial workers, mixed use, sectoral, corn lot, and culturally sensitive CMPs, whichever is applicable for the project. Identify a pilot project for socialized housing to be financed by SHFC within 12 months from the signing of this memorandum, either through land refinancing, LGU initiative, vertical housing, farm lot, and sectoral housing. Provide technical assistance to community association in the subdivision of their property, including the conduct of reblocking and implementation of the subdivision plan, or provide protection for the community associations in the upgrading of their communities, including providing access to livelihood and basic services and facilities.
As for SHFC, we are committed to assist the LGU and their constituents by finance the municipality of Mariveles, Bataan's socialized housing project initiatives such as lot acquisition, site development, and house construction loan, subject to SHFC's applicable guidelines, rules and regulations, and budgetary capacity. Make available SHFC personnel to assist in project development of housing programs in the municipality of Mariveles, Bataan. Liaise with other government agencies to expedite the documentation processing and requirements during the implementation period. Conduct briefing and orientation in the municipality of Mariveles, Bataan regarding housing programs of SHFC and the citywide community upgrading strategy.
So while we are still waiting for LGU Mariveles to complete the signatures of our MOU, sasalamatan ko naman po ang mga taong naging parte ng event na ito at alam po natin hindi magiging successful to without the help of those people who really worked hard to make this event possible. So unang-una po sa lahat, ang mga officers and staff member, lalong-lalo na po sila Ms. Altar from LGU Mariveles, my colleagues from the Partner Relations Divisions, my colleague from the Office of the President of SHFC and Strategic Communications, and most especially po sa mag-aasikaso sa inyo dyan sa LGU Mariveles, sa mga kasamahan po namin sa Central Luzon Branch, especially si Attorney Ann Margaret Vista. At syempre, ang lagi niyo pong makakasama at dadalawin at pupuntahan po kayo dyan para po ma-assist kayo, si Manager Prandi Vergara. So maraming pong salamat sa ating lahat. At naway lahat po ng pangarap natin para sa mga komunidad ng Mariveles ay matupad. Maraming pong salamat once again. All right, I believe everybody has already signed, including our principals and our witnesses and the memorandum of understanding. So the long wait is over. The memorandum of understanding between SHFC and LGU Mariveles has finally been inked. And on behalf of SHFC, we'd like to congratulate our stakeholders, especially the Homeowners Association, who will truly benefit from this partnership. And we are very much excited to what it will bring to your families. And now may I request everyone, especially the principals and witnesses, to display on your screen, on the screen, the copy of the signed memorandum of understanding for a quick photo opportunity. So sa mga kasamahan po natin sa LGU Mariveles, you may display po on your screen your memorandum of understanding, the signed memorandum of understanding, as proof po ng ating commitment sa ating mga community associations na talaga pong nagbibigay po tayo ng oras para po matupad ang kanilang mga pangarap, lalong-lalo na po particular po sa kanilang housing needs. LGU Mariveles? So Sir Eli will take charge po of the taking of photos po with a signed memorandum of understanding. So hulog po yata si LGU Mariveles. Ayan, so let's just wait for them. Again, congratulations po sa mga nanonood po sa atin, lalong-lalo na po doon sa mga kasamahan po natin dyan sa Mariveles. May mga kakilala po tayo dyan, may mga communities na po tayong na-assist dyan. So magandang umaga po sa ating lahat at naway sa pamamagitan nitong MOU po na pinirmahan ng SHFC at ng LGU Mariveles, mas mabilis pong matupad ang ating mga pangarap. So nakabalik na po kaya si LGU Mariveles for our photo ops? All right. So may I request the principals and witnesses of LGU Mariveles to please stand up and display po yung ating memorandum of understanding, signed memorandum of understanding for a quick photo ops. Yan. Sige, Sir Eli, ready na po tayo? Medyo mahina lang po yata ang internet connection ni LGU Mariveles. Anyway, sige, let's just wait lang po. Sige, while we are waiting, let's just repeat this later. While we are waiting po for LGU Mariveles and for the photo opportunity, syempre, this ceremony won't end na lang without hearing for the person who gives his full support to LGU's initiative. To introduce our next speaker to give his closing remarks, I'd like to call in again Mr. Jonathan Sibalon from the Administrative Office of the Municipal Government of Mariveles to introduce our final speaker. Sir Jonathan?
Can you hear us po? Are we clear? Marian? Can you hear us po from Marian? Can you hear us po from Marian? Are we clear po? Can you hear us po once again, Ma'am Marian, before we proceed to the next part of our program? On behalf po of our legislator, Mr. Angelo, and down here, attorney has it does not stand for the closing remarks. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hello, ma'am. Can you hear us?
Yes po, sir. We can hear you po.
We can hear you po.
Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. This is indeed a historic and a momentous occasion para po dito sa bayan ng Mariveles. And looking at the problem of housing problem in Mariveles, sa mahabang panahon po, matagal na itong problema na ito, and up to now, ang Mariveles has an 84% percentage ng residents who are not owners of the land they are occupying. So about 84% of our people are informal sectors. And over the years, over the past decade, emphasis has been given to development, referring to industrial. And along the way, the welfare of the people, especially the housing concern, has taken a backseat in the name of progress. But for us, we believe that progress is not really progress if it only benefits a few. Progress is intended to benefit the people, para ito sa mamamayan. Ganun din ang development. If the development is only benefiting a few, then it is not really development. Development must empower the people, the development must enrich the majority, and development must give security to all our citizens. I remember this story in Greek mythology. There was a dispute between Prometheus and Zeus. And because of the wrath of Zeus, he sent on earth Pandora. Ito po yung famous Pandora's box. And Pandora was sent to Epimetheus to marry her. And when Pandora is already on earth, she opened the lid of the jar, yung tinatawag na Pandora's box. And in this box, she unleashed everything that is terrible. War, pestilence, hard work, disease, lahat ng masama na pwedeng dumating sa mundo ay lumabas. And there was only one that was left for us. There was only one left for Epimetheus, or Prometheus, and the world. And that is hope. Pag-asa. This document that we signed today is not just a contract. It is not just a piece of paper. It is a symbol of hope for Mariveles. Ito ay simbolo ng pag-asa para sa mga mamamayan ng Mariveles. Isang katuparan ng pangako, isang pagpapakita sa ating mga mamamayan na hindi tayo titigil hanggat hindi natin nakakamtan yung isang mas mainam na buhay para sa lahat. This document represents our greatest aspirations for Mariveles, for 84% of the people of Mariveles who does not own the land. At sinasabi natin sa kanila, we are beginning today. Nag-uumpisa tayong muli ngayon. We are turning a new page in the history of Mariveles, and we are redirecting our priorities. Ang priorities natin, mamamayan muna. Sa ating pag-unlad, dapat kasama ang lahat. So sa ating pag-uwi, Bitbit natin hindi lang isang piraso ng dokumento, kundi isang piraso ng pag-asang iuwi natin sa ating mga mamamayan. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat sa SHFC, sa ating LGU, sa ating mayor, sa member ng Sangguniang Bayan, at ng stakeholders, mga NGOs who are here represented. Maraming salamat po sa kooperasyon ninyo. Pagpalain tayong lahat ng ating Panginoong Hesus.
Maraming pong salamat, Attorney, for that very inspiring message at makakaasa po kayo na hindi po bibitaw ang Social Housing Finance Corporation sa pag-assist sa inyo sa pagkamit ng mga pangarap ng mga komunidad dyan sa LGU Mariveles. Again, maraming pong salamat. And once again, congratulations sa ating mga home partners in LGU Mariveles. Konting-konting piece na lang at mararating na natin ang long-term goal natin of having a house that we can call truly our own. So maraming pong salamat. And again, dahil po na-miss natin yung kaninang photo opportunity, pasensya na po medyo nagkakaroon po tayo ng problem sa ating internet connection. So last na po, final photo opportunity for everyone. May I request LGU Mariveles to display po your signed memorandum of understanding for or as proof na talagang committed po ang LGU at ang Social Housing Finance Corporation sa ating commitment to providing security of tenure to the homeless and underprivileged communities in LGU Mariveles.
Yung may first page.
So my colleague from the Strategic Communications Division will be taking the photo via Zoom.
Wala yung first.
Yan po, maraming pong salamat. So paki-display na lang po ang ating mga Memorandum of Understanding. Again, congratulations po sa SHFC at sa LGU Mariveles, pati na rin po sa Central Luzon Operations. Maraming pong salamat sa patuloy niyo pong suporta. All right, in 1, 2, and 3. Another photo, 1, 2, and 3. Right, so may I request everyone who are with us in the Zoom video conference to switch on your cameras po para po at least makasama po tayo dun sa photo natin as proof na suportado natin ang LGU Mariveles sa journey natin sa pagtulong sa pag-eliminate ng homelessness sa kanilang nasasakupan. So, 1, 2, and 3. All right. 1, 2, and 3. Last photo. 1, 2, and 3. All right. Again, maraming pong salamat. So, we have come to the end of our MOU signing ceremony, and hindi po ito end ha. This is the beginning of our journey of helping homeless and underprivileged in LGU Mariveles. But again, thank you very much everybody, especially to Attorney Cabling and Mayor Castañeda, sa mga principals po natin, pati na rin po sa mga witnesses. Maraming pong salamat sa muling pakikiisa sa amin mga ka-SHFC. Again, I am Ms. Aryan Rojas of the Partner Relations Division na hindi magsasawa sa pagpapaalala sa inyo na ang SHFC ay mananatili po ninyong kaagapay kahit pa sa panahon ng COVID-19. Again, good morning everybody, and may you enjoy the rest of your week ahead. Thank you very much and God bless everyone. Attorney Cabling, thank you very much po.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much po, Mayor. Thank you very much po sa LGU. All right po.
Personally, very soon. All of you.
Person,